Salutations and welcome to the fourth episode of the exclusive podcast, the most exclusive podcast on the planet. I am here, as always, with my friend and co-host, Mims. Say hello, Mims.
What's up? What's up?
All right. And give you guys a kind of an idea of what we're getting into today.
Just an itinerary check.
We'll start off with our weekly team rant, just to get whatever we need to get off of our chest out of the way. Just get it out of the way. It's fresh on our minds. We want to get that out of the way first. Then we'll jump into the full NFL slate. Dive into some games deeper than others.
The Monday night game hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, we're recording.
It's got to be halftime of this Chiefs-Bills game right now. So just to give you a time frame of what we've seen so far.
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll be throwing out our Petermen Player of the Weeks during that time. NFL, CFB, kind of the more important college football games. We'll talk about some of those, and then we will leave you guys with a new segment. A new segment we'll be doing every Monday, and we call it the exclusive EP of the week. And it's not really a long segment by any means, but basically all it is we create an EP for you guys. Now, I want it to be known that I picked 2 songs, Mims picks 2 songs, but we have no fucking idea what
the other picks.
Yeah, exactly. So if the EP ends up being really fucking random and not correlating at all, don't blame us for that. Cause I still right now, I don't know what songs he's about to put on this shit, but yeah. So yeah, that's how we'll round out the show. And
just to give you some tunes to get you through your week on your
commute.
Walking to class or going to work or whatever.
Everybody loves music, and we're not only going to keep it like one genre per se. I mean, it's whatever we really feel in that week,
And also, it's not always going to be new music either. Like, if I want to put the fucking Rolling Stones on there, which is not a hint towards my pick at all, because that's not any of my picks. But if I wanted to, deal with it. That's the song I'm feeling that week. So that's fine.
Yeah, no, yeah, we have no obligation. No, this is whatever the fuck we want. So yeah, keep that in mind also. But yeah, with that being said, I'll pass it over to Mims, and he can talk about his team's losses and successes.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's talk about the win first, because that's quicker. Really just kind of executed the game plan. It seemed like we kind of got a little more. I mean, Jameis threw, I think it was 15 for 30, but he had about well over 200 yards passing, which is not the norm for this season so far, with 4 touchdowns. Eked out a 10-point win. It was close the whole way. We just kind of seemed like their offense sputtered and ours kept going, which was a good sign, because our offense, I mean, really, I'm not going to say choked away the game, because they played fine, but didn't put up any points in the fourth quarter last week. So, excuse me. But the Saints, just got the job done. In other news, LSU did fucking not at all. Lost to our second basketball school of the year.
It's okay.
We got bullied. We couldn't get a stop. Couldn't stop a nosebleed. For the first time, really, all year, the offense looked mediocre. The run game actually got going for the first time all year, which was wild. And the offense sputtered besides that, really, which is crazy. Had a few chunk plays, but it really wasn't towards the end of the game when it was already like 35-7 against Kentucky. Ugh, don't even get me. Ugh, God, it makes me sick. What else is there to say? Just fire Coach O. Like, obviously, I don't want to do it now. A lot of people do, or a lot of LSU fans do. They say just go ahead and get rid of him. I don't. And here's my logic behind that. If we fire Coach Orgeron now, and obviously a list is going to come out of who we're targeting, all that does is give that person's agent, like say James Franklin, for example, is a person we might go after. if we fire Coach O like today, and then James Franklin's agent hears that we might hire him, he's just going to use that as leverage to get a bigger extension from Penn State. Because they're the number 3 team in the country or 4 team in the country last week. They lost, but
Or
still, yeah. I mean, they lost, but they're still a top 10 team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so either way, my point being is that don't do that when you can't even hire the guy for another like 3 months, and all it does is just give the other school time to match your offer. So, one person I wanted to highlight in that game was Ty Davis-Price, our running back, who I've slandered all year. Actually had a career high in rushing yards. I think it was can't remember if it was 147 or 167 and 2 touchdowns. So shout out to him for having a great game, but all for nothing because we got our doors blown off by a basketball school for the second fucking time this year.
you hate to see it.
Yeah, also Jake Peets clearly is just a terrible play caller. Like, he has a good scheme, sure, but like he just does not call the right plays. Like I think it was a 3rd and 1 or like a 4th and 1, maybe it was 4th and 2. And we actually were running the ball pretty well for the first time all year. And we threw, I think it was like a quick out to our running back. Or no, yeah, it was our running back on 4th and 2 when we have Keyshawn Butte, Deion Smith, who has shown to be really good, and Brian Thomas had a really good game last night. And we, just throwing quick outs to our fucking running back on 4th and 2.
So what you're saying is not only fire the swamp monster, you want to clean the house.
There are 3 people that could stay. 3.
So clean the house.
Corey Raymond, our DB coach, he can stay for obvious reasons. He's been there for so long, like he has to stay. Greg McMahon is a damn good special teams coach. I know that sounds really stupid, but LSU special teams was awful before
the
he
New
got
Jersey
there.
Giants hired their special teams coach to be their head coach, so you don't sound too crazy. According to
We
their
hired
standards.
our D-line coach to be our fucking head coach, so there's that. Anyways, now, and who is he? Oh, Brad Davis, because he just got there and he has a really good like track record and resume as an O-line coach. As much as I've shitted on the offensive line all year, like he does have a good track record. He got there, I believe, in like July, like literally middle of summer camp, like in a very weird situation. So I don't blame what's going on right now for him because that's on recruiting. Like you completely missed your evaluations. You got, I mean, no offense to Liam Shanahan, who's our starting center right now, but why the fuck is a guy who was playing in the Ivy League 2 years ago starting on your football team day one? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he's trying his best. He's doing all he can, but he's getting blown up because he's playing 5-star SEC caliber like D linemen or Kentucky D linemen who are just apparently just great. But it's just frustrating to watch. It's not the LSU football I've watched my whole life, and it's just very aggravating to subject myself to that every fucking Saturday for right now.
Yeah, quite a humbling experience, isn't it, Mims?
Here's the thing. I'm not going to get used to it like you motherfuckers.
So what does that mean? What does that say about you?
I'm sour. You got your coach up there putting his hands up like he won the heavyweight title down 38-7.
It's not the worst thing I've seen in my days, so that should tell you all you need to know.
Exactly. That's my point. I'm not getting used to it. I will sit here and be angry and stew about it and destroy my mental health over this because it's all I know.
All right. Well, is that everything you've had?
If y'all want to start a GoFundMe for Coach O's buyout, I'll help. Other than that, yeah, that's about it. It's $21 million, guys. It's not that much. We can do it.
Jump change. Got that
Easy.
sitting in a drawer somewhere.
I was about to say, I'm sure if I wrangled up my quarters,
yeah,
put a solid dent in it.
It's around the house.
Yeah.
All right.
A few dimes, pennies here and there.
All right. Well, now it's time to get a little more serious again. We're going to talk about the Patriots.
See, I didn't watch any of that game, so you are my only source about this. So I'm excited.
Well, listen up, Sonny boy. Don't let the score fool you, okay? All right. We won 25-22, but let me tell you the tale of how it happened. All right. Texans had the first possession of the game, okay? Do you know how long that first possession was?
2 minutes.
10 minutes. They had the ball for the first 10 minutes of the game, and it resulted in a touchdown. How does that happen?
They grinded y'all to the dust, man.
All right.
Or into dust.
All right. They missed the field goal after. That's an important note to note, okay?
You mean the extra point?
Yeah, the field goal after, yes. All right, so we come back and we score in 5 minutes, and then we miss the extra point after. So it's 6-6. All right. All right. The Texans come back and they score in 1 minute and 21 seconds on a 67 fucking yard touchdown pass from Davis Mills to Chris Moore. All right. And then they missed the fucking extra point.
Fire the kicker.
All right.
The kicker.
So it's 12-6. We're playing retro school football here.
Everybody's going for 2 because no one knows how to kick a football.
All right, so we get the ball back after that 67-yard fucking Hail Mary from Davis Mills on our defense. We get the ball back. We have a nice 4-minute, 8-second long drive. And it gets a 5-yard tutty in by Harris, but it's called back, right? No touchdown. The play after it's called back, we fumble in the end zone. Texans recover for a touchback. So the Texans have the ball, and it's 12-6. All right, the Texans get the ball back, and they have a 7-minute, 11-second drive, and it results in a field goal. The kicker made a field goal. So at this point, it's 15-6 Houston. We get the ball back.
What quarter is this in?
Just bear with me. Just bear with me. We get the ball back on a 9-play, 42-yard drive. We get a field goal, okay? And that's to end the half. So it's halftime right now. It's 15-9 Texans, okay? All right. The Patriots, we get the ball back to start the second half, okay? We have the ball for 47 seconds and throw an interception. 17.
Gotta love Mac Jones, baby.
Yep, 17 yards down the field. So the Texans take over on our 47, and then they score a touchdown in 42 seconds. A 37-yard touchdown this time from Davis Mills to Chris Conley.
So Davis Mills is just like the absolute
bullying us.
Yeah,
bullying us. All right, so
it's defensive player of the year for 6th-round picks, and then gets bullied by Davis Mills.
All right, so right now it is 22-9 Texans over Patriots, and then it gets ugly. Patriots 3-and-out. Texans punt. Pats field goal 22-12. Texans punt. Pats field goal 22-15. Texans miss field goal. Touchdown Pats, and this was with 9 minutes and 31 seconds left in the fourth. That's that was a Mac Jones to Hunter Henry touchdown. I'm sure some people have seen. So we tied it up. It's 22-22. And then the Texans punt, and we get a field goal with 15 seconds left to win the game. And that's the game. 25-23 final.
So far from what I've seen today in football and from what you've just told me, everyone just needs to fire their kicker. Just go find new ones.
So I say all that to say Davis Mills exposed our secondary today, and we were really depleted coming into this game offensively, but that has nothing to do with our defense. That has nothing to do with a fucking fifth, fourth round rookie quarterback on
Like
the
the third string
Texans.
too, mind you, because like Deshaun Watson was supposed to start before he was like, I want fucking out.
Yeah, and then what's his name?
Tyrod Taylor
Tyrod
got hurt.
Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. So yeah, there's no reason this game should have even been close. It should. That's what I don't understand. Like I can understand us having troubles producing offensively, but there's no reason we give up that many points to a Texans team like that. Like an also
and the fact,
depleted Texans team.
and you also have to, the Texans left a lot of points on the board.
A
Like they missed
lot. That's
two
exactly
extra
the
points
point
and
I'm
two
trying
field
to
goals.
make.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that goes without saying, so did we. But like at the same time, it's like it's an ugly win. Terrible win. Like we didn't win that game. They lost that game. That's really what happened. And that's not good. There needs to be some changes made within the front office. I don't know what needs to happen. Like our only touchdown on the day was Hunter Henry, who we gave lots of money to this free agency. I think that might be his first or second touchdown on the season. Like we're fine. Yeah, like we don't utilize our two tight ends that we paid millions and millions of dollars for. It's just it doesn't make any sense. And we don't have it's just I don't understand. I just don't. It's hard to watch. It's hard to digest. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what needs to happen. I don't.
Is Billy B washed?
I think Josh McDaniels needs to go. I think that's part of it. I'm not ready to sit here and say Bill's washed yet, but yeah, this doesn't.
Billy B's washed.
It doesn't look good. Yeah, no, it doesn't look good. He's won he has a very bad record since Tom's left. Like it's starting to point. I mean, it's kind of hard to deny it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
What is there to say? Like you can only defend the guy for so long, you know. Like
exactly. I mean,
it hurt. It pains me to say. I'm almost there. I'm almost ready to start agreeing with you, but I'm not yet. Because I mean,
I think he's washed. I don't think washed. I think the game is just
evolved past him. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I mean,
think about it. When he was coaching, he was the guy that basically invented the nickel defense. Like no one else had ever thought let's just put an extra DB on the field instead of a linebacker. Everybody was in a box. Like that's how long he's been coaching.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but it's just it's sad. It's sad to watch. It's like watching your grandparents get really old. You know, it's like
that is not true.
Yes, it is. We shared all these great times together. Thought you'd always be there. But now you're just dozing off, man. Like you're losing me here. All right. But on the brighter note of Boston sports, the Red Sox just maybe even an hour ago since we started recording this, we beat the Rays. We're up 2-1. We won in a 13 inning slobber knocker. There's not much to say. Like it's October magic, and
it was a good game to give you an idea. I even tuned in at one point, so that gives you that it was a pretty solid, a decent ball game.
Yeah, no, it was a good game. It was fun to watch. It was a long one though. It was 5 hours and some change. But yeah, going into this series, I mean, we just won 2 in a row on Tampa. When we got them at home again, if we win one more, we advance. Going into the series, I never thought we'd be in this position. I expected them to sweep us completely, but now my hopes are back up, and I'm expecting an ALCS appearance here, and that's exciting. It's unexpected.
Buddy, you want to talk about a slobber knocker? The Astros Sox is 7-6 in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, I just saw that. Got runners. And I just don't see. I don't see either one of these teams, the Red Sox or the Rays, beating the White Sox or the Astros. Quite frankly,
No offense, I think the Rays could. They've just looked red hot like towards the end of the year. I think y'all are giving them problems just out of familiarity.
Perhaps. Their pitching hasn't looked great though. No lie.
Not wrong.
All right. Well, yeah, that's all I really had to say about that. It's exciting. I'm not gonna get my hopes up too much, but fuck the Patriots. They're breaking my heart week in and week out. It's the ugliest win I've ever seen in my life. And as far as South Carolina football goes, by the way, I'm not even gonna speak on it. We're just gonna act
like it didn't happen.
Yep.
Ignore it.
Move forward. Yep. We're just looking in a different direction. Not that way.
Be numb like y'all always have been.
Yep. Basically, the Shamecocks. All right. Well, I guess now we'll move on into the NFL slate this week.
Let's jump into Bengals Packers.
Yeah.
That was just a fucking absurd game. So really it was back and forth the whole time. But it was a good game. And then everybody's kicker just forgot how to kick. Well, let me be fair. Mason Crosby forgot how to kick the fucking football. So he was 3 for 3 before. So he started to finish the game, he was 3 for 7 for field goals. First off, which is just nuts. He made the first 3, or he finished 4 for 7, excuse me. He made the first 3, missed the next 3, and then made the game winner in OT. There were 5 missed field goals in between the last 2 minutes and the end of the game in overtime.
So nobody can kick.
Yeah, and Joe Burrow got a fucking throat contusion, which makes no sense. I want to see how that happened. How do you bruise someone on their throat in a football game? Did you punch him in the throat? What? And also Jamar Chase looked great. Jamar Chase sunned the entire Packers secondary. They couldn't hold his jock strap. Please and thank you.
Do you think Jamar Chase is a top 20 receiver in the league already?
Yeah. I think he's on the back end of 20 right now, but what more does he have to do to kind of prove that? You know what I mean? He had 6 catches for 159 yards and a touchdown today. The plays he makes, I think he had 3 catches today that were just going insane on social media, just because they were, big time situations downfield.
Is he the new age Odell?
No, because he doesn't dance like that. He gritties, but that was more of Justin Jefferson's thing.
He got a hard ass grill though.
Oh yeah, no, Jamar's awesome. Jamar's awesome. Yeah, he's great. But I don't know.
How do you feel about Burrow so far coming back from the knee injury?
He's definitely turned the ball over way more than he used to. But I think that's more of and this might be just me being dumb, but I think he's so panicky about getting hit again that he just wants to get rid of the football. So sometimes he just forces things so he doesn't get hit. And I don't blame him. I really don't. If I got my knee blown up like that my first 6 games of the NFL, I would definitely be quick to get rid of that football and not get hit. Now, the one thing I will say, though, is that the team as a whole has looked a lot better. I'm not going to say they should have won that game today, because how often does the other team's kicker miss 3 straight field goals? But they've looked a lot better. So I don't know what else to say, but he's definitely raised the floor of that team, if anything.
I feel like before Joe Burrow got there, nobody even took them seriously at all. They were looked at like the Lions are right now. You know what I'm saying? And now I feel like they're
in the driver's seat of the AFC North. It's they're tied with the Browns and the Steelers, I think.
Yeah, that's an interesting division.
They're tied with the Browns, not the Steelers. Sorry. No, that was definitely a fucking odd game to observe, but a fun one as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We want to move on to the Lions and Vikings.
Yeah, Dan Campbell cried today.
I mean, there's not much else he could have done, They won on a game-winning 54-yard field goal.
Yeah, so why get mad about it? Like, what could you have done?
I don't
bite their
know.
kneecaps off? You gonna go bite the kicker's kneecaps off, Dan?
That's what he should have done. Will Detroit win a game this year? Do you think that's why he's crying? Because he thinks that, damn, that was the last shot we had?
I mean, they definitely play the Vikings again. They're in the same division. Let's look at their schedule real quick. Hold on.
I got to pull it up right now. All right. They
all
play.
All right. Here's how we'll go through it. You say the game. I'll call it W or L, and we'll just kind of like sum it up from there. They're what, 0-5 right now?
0-5.
Okay.
All right. The Bengals are going to Detroit next week.
That's an L for the Lions.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. And then after that, the Lions are traveling to Los Angeles to face the Rams.
That's an L for the Lions.
Absolutely.
Big fat one.
All right, here's where we might catch one. The Eagles are coming to town.
The Eagles didn't look bad today at all.
They won.
That's what I'm saying.
So what you think?
That's an L for the Lions.
All right.
We're 0-8 now.
Yep.
We're 0-8.
The Lions travel to Pittsburgh.
Ooh. See, that's one of those games that, like, I feel like because the Steelers are bad too. Like
they're gonna go to Pittsburgh and beat them at home.
That's the most winnable game I've heard so far. We'll call it an L now, but as of right now, that's the most winnable game I've heard so far.
Not the Lions at home or the Eagles at home going to Pittsburgh.
No, because Ben Roethlisberger stands still and they have no offensive line. Like, if you can get any type of pressure, like, you can beat the Steelers.
Where's their pressure gonna come from?
They got guns. Like, that's all you have to do.
All right.
You got Trey Flowers on that team. Figure it out.
They're heading to Cleveland to face the Browns. That's
L.
an L for the Lions. Okay.
Yeah, so that's 0-10 now.
Justin Fields is coming to town. It's an L for the Lions.
Yeah, I was it's probably an L.
The Bears are 3-2. Let's not put that past us. The Bears have a winning record.
Yeah.
Then they got the Vikings again.
They could win that game.
Obviously.
Yeah.
They made that very apparent today. All right. And then we got them
at home? Or is that at home? Yeah. I'll call that a dub. That's what, week 13? Week 13, they finally get a win. Like, for sure.
All right, I'm going to save you the time. The only other game that they could win on their schedule after that is them going to Atlanta.
I think they could definitely beat Atlanta because this is exactly what's going to happen. Atlanta's going to go up them like 20-7, right? It's exactly what's going to happen. And then they're just going to choke, like always. And the Chiefs game is in a lightning delay. Awesome.
Great. They could beat the Broncos, but probably not Mile High. So that's why. Yeah. No.
Broncos have been very inconsistent. I say that as I was shitting on the Steelers, and the Broncos lost to the Steelers today, but I think the Broncos are just very inconsistent. The Steelers are just bad.
So as far as you're concerned, the Lions get one win on the season. And that's Minnesota round 2.
Pretty much.
All right.
They're like evacuating people out of the stadium. Sorry, that's why I was reading that. I was like reading something on the TV.
Moving on to the Steelers versus the Broncos. The Steelers won 27-19.
Ends their 3-game skid. Najee Harris looks fucking good, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you who you thought front runner for Offensive Rookie of the Year is over there in the AFC, huh?
I think Jamar is the leader now, but I think Najee will win it. If that makes sense. Because Najee is just going to have more opportunities just to do shit. Like, he's going to run the ball and catch it. Like, if he can put together, like, which is very possible, he could have, like, 600 receiving yards and, like, just under 1,000 rushing yards, maybe 1,000 rushing yards. Because that's the kind of workload he gets. Then, yeah, it's pretty hard to say no to that. 1,600 total yards and maybe like 15 touchdowns.
I
No,
respect,
probably not that many. He only has like 3 touchdowns right now. I'll take that back. Not 15, but maybe like 10 touchdowns.
I respect your reasonable answer. I probably agree with you, but I wouldn't be surprised at the same time.
If Jamar keeps doing this, though, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he will, but if he does, then it's like what's his? I think he's got like maybe 600 pass or receiving yards so far. No, maybe not that much.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I know he's got like 6 touchdowns at least.
I mean, it's a respect. Yeah, I mean, it'll be
He's got 5 touchdowns. Yeah, I was way off. 5 touchdowns, just a hair under 460 yards. So he's averaging 20 yards a catch. I forgot he had that slump game against the Bears. He had like 2 catches.
I feel like the Broncos and the Steelers are like a perfectly like matched team, if that makes sense. Like if we're talking, if we made overall,
they both have very good teams outside of their quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, respectable teams at least, like. And I know the Broncos were kind of banking on getting Rodgers for a little bit in the offseason, and they were in talks for Deshaun.
Yeah.
And Deshaun's just not playing foosball for whatever reason, man. Don't know what's up with that.
Legal stuff figured out. I don't know what's going on with that. I feel like I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah. Well, I think we're all just acting like Deshaun Watson doesn't exist right now.
Yeah,
kind of
pretty
a
much.
Limbo state. Too weird. I don't like it. I want answers.
Yeah, I was about to say he was definitely like a top 5 quarterback in the league when all this happened, right?
Debatably, yeah. I mean, he made that shitty Texans team look competent.
Yeah, I was about to say, besides like last year, the Texans were nowhere near as bad as they are now.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about that game. A game I do want to talk about. I want to talk about the Bucks and the Dolphins. Now, it was 45-17, and I know the Dolphins aren't the healthiest team in football, but the question I have for you is Tom Brady on steroids? Tom Brady is old as shit. We all know this. He's 40. He's almost 45. He is almost old enough for me to be his child, I'd say. 1977. Absolutely. Yeah, he could. Yeah, I could be Tom Brady's kid. Yeah. So he has 5 passing touchdowns in one game, 411 passing yards, 30 for 41. I just don't get it.
But just don't let him get hit.
Is he on steroids?
I don't know. I'm a firm believer that most athletes do some type of something.
He's got to be on something.
Now, I'm not saying all athletes do steroids. That's not true.
Like there's no way that a guy can perform at this level at that age. Like I mean, he's slinging the pill. He slings the pill.
He probably he's never
with accuracy and precision.
In New England, he was never asked to really sling it far downfield though like that. Except for when Moss was there. Y'all weren't I don't know.
That's fine.
It seemed like he never really had the opportunity to blow his arm out in New England. So now he's just doing it in Tampa Bay.
All right, there's things to be said about guys being in shape in their 40s, mid 40s. I get that. But I feel almost certain that if I asked most guys his age to throw a football, they're not getting it past 20 yards down the field. Right?
I mean, most people haven't been training for the last 40 years of their life.
I mean, that's fair, but even if they have, how old was Phillip Rivers? And he couldn't throw the thing 40 yards. I mean,
that's because Phillip Rivers used to throw for 5,000 yards every year till then because he would just chuck it downfield.
Dude, I just don't get it. I just have questions. I wanna know. I feel like he sleeps in a tube every night.
Yeah, he probably does the same shit like LeBron does.
He's kind of scaring me. And then
maybe
the other,
it's Giselle. Maybe Giselle's just like the fountain of youth.
and let me make this clear. I realize they played the Dolphins, but this is still an impressive win nonetheless. Like putting 45 points up.
When you beat an NFL team 45-17, you made your point.
There's something to be said about it. And
Yeah.
the other question I had for you is Antonio Brown a top 20, 15, 10 wide receiver? Where do you put him? Because there's something to be said about what he's doing this season. He just came back from COVID, bro. Do you want to know what he did today? 7 receptions, 124 yards, and 2 touchdowns. You kidding me?
I'm trying to think of receivers I would put ahead of him right now. I would probably put. I mean, I'm gonna go through the obvious ones first. Devontae Adams is ahead of him. DeAndre Hopkins is ahead of him.
What about his teammates?
I think he's the best receiver on his team. They share the ball.
That is wild. That is just crazy to me.
I mean, I don't think it is. At one point, he was the best receiver in the league. I mean, if he just keeps doing this shit, that's pretty much what he was doing before he went insane and got traded to the Raiders. Or whatever the hell happened to him.
I mean, he just kind of went nuts. I don't know.
Yeah.
It makes me sad that that time happened, he's doing
he missed two seasons of his prime.
I feel like there's just some guys that are built different. Like Calvin retired in his prime, Think about how much more he had to offer to us.
He was on the Lions, dude.
Poor
Imagine
bastard.
if Calvin Johnson was on any other football or just a good football team. I don't want to say any other because then y'all say the fucking Bengals because people are dicks. But
you get what he's saying.
Yeah, let's say Calvin Johnson was on who is the Eagles? Just for Christ's sake, the Eagles. Donovan McNabb. That would have been awesome.
So
So
where do you put Antonio Brown?
As of right now, and people are gonna yell at me, I would just have him around that same area as Jamar Chase until he proves he's gonna keep doing this. You know what I mean?
So you're saying top 20?
Yeah, top 20, maybe 15, literally at number 15.
I can respect that answer. I was just curious. And then if you were, as a Dolphins fan, are you concerned about Jaylen Waddle's production?
I mean, he's playing with a backup quarterback. What do you want him to do? I believe he has a perfect passer rating or receiver rating, in man coverage. So, he's not playing awful. He's not. He's just
fair.
I mean, he's playing with his backup. When Tua was in, he had a touchdown. He had I think a 6-catch, 70-yard game. He wasn't playing bad.
Yeah, that's fair,
man. So next game we got.
You want to talk about the Saints and the football teams?
I already went over that earlier. I mean, we just pretty much grinded it out, ran the ball. I mean, our offense looked better than usual, or than it has really.
Mims.
More of what I expected it to look like. I'll put it that way. What?
Where is Michael Thomas?
Michael Thomas is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think anyone knows.
Where is Michael Thomas?
Only Michael. I don't think anyone on the Saints knows. I think only Michael Thomas knows where Michael Thomas is at. He's in his Michael Thomas back cave right now. Just
I'm gonna make a children's
tweeting
instead of
about how he never
Waldo,
drops footballs.
It's yeah. Where's Michael Thomas? He's MIA. If anybody's seen him, let us know.
Yeah, dude. I put him on the back of a milk carton. What the fuck? What? I'm about to look on something and see what I can find out.
It's kind of like the Deshaun Watson thing. I think it's weird that nobody's talking about it.
Because he did it. He didn't play last year that much either. So
I mean, yeah, but there was kind of reasoning behind it. But now we're just not hearing shit.
Yeah.
Now we're just not hearing shit. It's kind of like and when Antonio Brown did this, he was an elite level receiver when he kind of went off the grid. was Michael Thomas not the same thing? Why isn't he like? Why aren't people asking questions?
Okay, this makes more sense. I forgot about this. So he got ankle surgery in June. He's not even eligible to return till October 25th because he's on the PUP list.
Okay.
So okay, that makes a little more sense because I remember last year, like, or maybe it was like at the beginning of the offseason, there was some like beef between him and the Saints. So I didn't know if that was what this was about, but I forgot he got that ankle procedure done. So that makes a whole lot more sense.
Okay. Well, that answers my question. I was concerned.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'd forgotten about it for the last like 2 weeks, like 3 weeks. I completely forgot about it. I was thinking the same thing. I just kind of gotten used to life without him. Like, we got Quez.
Yeah. He looked good.
Yeah, he had that nice Hail Mary catch. Hail Marquez.
2 touchdowns today.
Yeah, it looked. I mean, like I said, today was more of what I expected the offense to look like. Granted, the football team's defense is nothing like we expected it.
That's what that was exactly what I was gonna bring up next. Before we moved on from this, like, what's up with the football team's defense, man? They should be
line.
Huh?
We have a good O-line in the
strength. Man, shut the hell up with all that. They're supposed to be an elite defense. You know it. You have them in your fantasy teams.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason the Saints offense should be putting up 33 on that defense. No reason.
Oh no, not at all. But I don't know.
I mean, and it's not just you guys.
Like everybody, like they constantly
30 to the Falcons. Oh yeah, they gave up 43 to the Bills. That's fine. I mean, that's to be expected. 29 to the Giants. I mean, they've literally given up 20 points at least every game this season.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah, definitely not what we expected to see. And they got the Chiefs next week. Oh boy.
Yeah, that'll be fun for them, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, that brings me to our next game, the Panthers versus the Eagles.
I saw a little bit of that game. Darnold looked like the Sam Darnold I know and love.
And that's my Petermen Player of the Week, Sam Darnold. Petermen Player of the Week. It's my
brought to you by nobody because we're not sponsored by shit. But
yeah,
if we had one, we'd sponsor this.
Brought to you by me and my absurd brain.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold has been killing it this season. This is a gimme win game at home against the fucking Eagles, who have looked terrible prior to this. All you have to do is win, and you're like in contention for your division still. And they just go and fucking blow it. This is the Sam Darnold, the Sam I see Ghost Darnold I know and love. 21 for 37, only 177 measly passing yards, a touchdown, and 3 interceptions. What's up? Come on, man. You lost to the Eagles. The Eagles. And you moved to you could have been 4-1, and now you're 3-2 because you just lost to the Eagles at home. We were buying into the Panthers last week. Mims, the last podcast we had, what question did you ask me?
I said the Panthers legit.
You asked me if the Panthers were in danger to the Bucks. That's what you asked me. Yeah, no, they're not. They tricked us.
Yeah.
Fuck all you Panthers fans. Sit there. Joe Brady can only do so much.
Yeah.
You know, like there's gonna come times where the kid just fucking fumbles the bag. He doesn't got it in his veins. You need a franchise guy, and that's not that. They scored a
transition quarterback.
They scored a touchdown in the first quarter, and then that was it. They had 10 points in the first quarter, 5 points in the second, none in the third, and 3 in the fourth. Jalen Hurts had 2 touchdowns on the ground.
Yeah, they all scored 15-3 in the fourth quarter.
Unbelievable, man. And I mean, that's a gimme win. Like, if I'm a Panthers fan, I'm screaming.
Oh, yeah. Just because you were up, like I said, 15-3 in the fourth quarter.
And they only gave up like 21 points. That's not bad for a defense. And when your offense has been playing at the level that they have, you kind of expect them to
at least get 20 plus points. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and that the Panthers' defenses look great this season. I mean, if I'm a Panthers fan, I'm really excited about the future going forward. But like, what the fuck was that, Sam Darnold? Petermen Player of the Week goes to you, my man. Congratulations.
We'll get your T-shirt. Our people will talk to your people, Sam.
Yeah,
Get your T-shirt to you.
We'll reach out and we'll get you your merchandise. And congratulations. Yeah, keep up the terrible work.
It is monsooning in Kansas City. It is monsooning.
That's awesome. I hope there's a drunk bastard out there just acting a fool. I'm sure there is.
Absolutely.
But yeah, other than that, it was a very boring game, I'd say. The Eagles did get a 2-point conversion at some point. It looks like
that was sick.
They may have had a safety. I didn't watch the game. I don't care about either one of those stupid teams.
I caught because I was watching the Saints game mostly, but I was watching I caught parts of it. I watched the end of it.
Devontae Smith looked good.
Yeah.
I know there was some question about if his game would carry over to the next level just because of his size and shit, but
I thought he'd be fine.
Yeah, I mean, he's just an athlete, dude. There's not much else to say. He's just a raw wide receiver, man.
I'd say he just makes plays and having that familiarity with the quarterback, kind of. I know him and Hurts didn't play a whole lot together, but they know each other, so that definitely helps when you transition.
Yeah, they got the ties. They got the ties for sure.
Not catching passes from some guy you just met 3 months ago definitely helps your transition into pro football.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Talk about the Jags Titans briefly. I just had some questions to ask you. I mean, the score was 37-19 in favor of the Titans. There's not much to say beyond that.
What Derrick week Henry, do you think Urban Meyer gets fired?
That was the question I had for you, my man. I don't know how competent their front office is. So I think I wouldn't be shocked to see him finish the season. But if they don't, let's take a look at their schedule. Because, I mean, I don't know. I just don't see them winning. I mean, this is another team where you pose the question, will they win a game?
They just can't, whenever they hired Urban Meyer, it was in the territory of you can't be serious.
And I feel
I can't take you seriously if you have Urban Meyer as your head coach in the NFL.
Yeah,
you have Tim Tebow at fucking tight end. What are you talking about, dude?
And I feel like as far as Trevor Lawrence goes, this is probably the best thing he could have asked for.
I think shithead coach to be a scapegoat.
Yeah, and I was gonna say I genuinely think he's not gonna be what everybody expected him to be.
But I also don't think he's as bad as he's shown either.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because Urban Meyer really is a train wreck head coach.
In the NFL, at least, I'll give it. In college, he's a good college coach. But yeah,
I mean, they already have every right to fire him. They have every reason to fire him.
Yeah,
he's in the media literally week in and week out, never for anything good ever. I mean, I mean,
it's either for getting hired for another job or dancing with someone who's not his wife or losing football games. It's just not good.
And when your head coach is in the media a lot, that's usually not a good thing. It can't be anything good. But so I mean, if I'm a Jaguars fan, I want him gone right now. But I that's a hard question to answer. What do you think?
I mean, who do they hire?
I mean, I'm sure they got somebody on staff they can enter them until. I mean, there's plenty of names out there. I mean, that Chiefs coordinator, his name's slipping my mind right now. Bieniemy, yeah. Joe Brady's.
I mean, no one wants to hire Bieniemy for whatever reason.
I don't know
think
why.
We all know the reason, but I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, we're not going to say that. But I mean, Joe Brady's put himself on a short list of the best play callers in the NFL already. Year 2 into his gig.
Yeah, but see, they don't need to hire him because we're going to hire him. LSU, I mean. So they can fuck off.
I don't know.
How about this? Us and the Jaguars can pull straws. Whoever gets the short one gets fucking Bieniemy. Whoever gets the long one gets Brady. Deal? I don't see anybody losing with that situation.
I mean, as long as the straws are fair, I'll hold them because I don't got a dog in the race.
Are you sure, man? Y'all might be firing Billy B soon.
Billy B's gonna retire before he ever gets fired. We would never fire Bill Belichick. You kidding me, dude?
Big cap.
Yeah. Okay.
If y'all went he wouldn't. But if y'all went like 4-13, like 2 years in a row, yeah, out of here.
Yeah. What'd you say in between that?
It wouldn't happen. But if you did,
that's all I need.
Oh, I mean, you also didn't say they would be fucking. You're 1-4 right now. Or sorry, excuse me, 2-3. Damn, you're 1-4 to the Texans. Jesus Christ!
Like, I mean, we had no offensive line, but like I said, defense. We're not talking. We're not. Don't bring me back into that. Don't stop that. Stop it.
That's crazy. We were just talking about Deshaun Watson. They're talking about Deshaun Watson on NBC right now. But since we're recording, I'm not going to turn that up. But I'm definitely checking that out later. So it literally says latest on Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson. Yeah, dude, that game is not finishing in Kansas City tonight. I don't see it.
Maybe they go play in the practice field.
This is why everything should be domed, dude. I'm telling y'all. Just build a dome. Like,
domes are cool.
Hell yeah, man. That's what the weather is never an issue. Like, who cares? I mean, lightning's a problem. Like,
I do love me a good snow game, though. You know,
the players don't. It's the easiest way to blow out their knees and ankle now for safety reasons. Hell,
that's football, man.
Okay.
All right. Moving on. Let's talk about this electric ass Chargers Browns game. It was amazing.
Yeah, that shit was nuts. We watched that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Sorry.
It was
long day, man.
Long day. It was 47-42 victory. Jay Herbo pulled it out.
Don't call him that. Jesus Christ. First off, for anybody, there are a lot of, let me reference this. Bleacher Report, screw y'all for saying that, made me so angry. There's a rapper named G Herbo, for those of y'all who don't know who that is. There's a lot of people that just saw that on Bleacher Report that just saw Jay Herbo. I like that and don't know who that is. And thanks, Bleacher Report, for just being the cringiest goddamn sports outlet ever. Anyways, continue.
I wonder if Justin Herbert even knows who G Herbo is.
Probably. Justin Herbert seems like a cool guy.
You think he's cultured?
I think so.
All right, let's talk about the game. First of all, let me ask you this. Justin Herbert went 26 for 43, 398 passing yards and 4 touchdowns. Where does he rank amongst quarterbacks right now?
Like in the league?
Yeah.
Top 10 for sure.
I think top 5? Name 5 other quarterbacks.
Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. Dak. I think I'd put Dak over Herbert, but I think they're like. I feel like I'm missing some obvious people here, so
he's in like the middle of the top 10 for sure.
I think he's like in the 8 or 9 range. I don't know,
dude. If he keeps it up, he will be in the top 5 soon. I'm telling you, like he's killing it.
Oh, I didn't even say Lamar. Lamar's up there. Like, yeah, like I knew I was forgetting people. Josh Allen,
Matt Stafford.
See, I think Herbert and Matt Stafford like are in that. Like, I think Herbert might be better than him, honestly.
It's definitely close. I mean, Matt Stafford's definitely seen his better
I'd say
days.
Dak's like 6 right now, and Herbert's like 7.
It's close. We might have to formulate a list here soon before the season ends.
We'll do like a mid-season that's a good. We'll do like a mid-season awards list.
Yeah. All right. Well, and another question I had is Baker just a game manager now?
I mean, he's damn good at it. He's like not a great winner. Like he's not a game changer, but he's a damn good game manager. Like he doesn't fuck up if you don't let him. And that's a good thing because they have everything they need to just have a quarterback that doesn't fuck up. Because like we saw today, they can go into a shootout with you. Like
It
42
scares me.
points.
I think Baker right now is like Mac Jones ceiling.
I think you're giving Mac Jones a lot of credit.
Ceiling, like his absolute best potential.
I do not think Mac. I've told you this since day one. I do not think Mac Jones is that good.
That's fine.
Does
It's
not
not
throw the ball
saying
downfield.
much,
Yeah.
but whatever. Anyways,
I think
yeah,
it's like Matt Castle.
the Browns are 3-2. They're better than their record shows, though.
Oh, for
Like I
sure.
said,
Their
that game was
losses
a
are to the Chiefs and to the fucking
Chargers, and that game was a total shootout. Like either
Yeah.
one of them could have won that game. It just feels like when it comes down to it, like you just can't count on Baker to go out there in the fourth quarter if you're down and win you the game.
Yeah, like he needs like four, but like he has to be able to like give the ball to his running backs.
Like when I was watching that game, I felt with like almost absolute certainty that like give Justin Herbert a chance, he's gonna beat Baker. Like that's just how I felt watching it, and that's what happened. I don't know, because like they did have a chance to like put more points up than they did.
This is actually a really good question. Who's better right now, Jamar Chase or Mike Williams?
Mike Williams.
That's what I was thinking too, but I think they're both guys that are just having really good years.
Yeah, I mean Mike Williams is breaking out right now, and
Yeah, like
I mean, this is Jamar Chase's like literal like this is his debut, like I don't know, like season. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a rookie. So
who would you have like in the echelon Mike Williams is in?
what do you mean, like on a
Like
tier wise?
yeah, like who is he near? Like who would you compare him like impact wise?
I mean, he's having such a good season. Are you want me to say like this season or in general? Because he's having a crazy season.
If like this year, like I don't think he's gonna be able to do like 155 yards every game like he did today and 2 touchdowns, but like if he's able, I think him and Keenan Allen are like right near.
That's what I was about to say. Like that's what I was like. They're almost like the same right now.
Yeah.
I want to put this out there. We all as a community need to put some respect on Terry McLaurin's name. I think he's one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. And the
Bad day to say that after Marshawn Lattimore gave him hell.
Yeah, that's fine, but he's played under so many different quarterbacks and he's so consistent. I just feel like if you put him on a more competent team and a more consistent
on a team that's serious.
Yeah, give him a consistent quarterback that he can build a chemistry with. He would be a dog.
Put Terry McLaurin on the Saints, man.
That'd be interesting. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, I hate the Saints, but like I love Terry McLaurin. I want to see him do good things, man. I like Terry. All right. But yeah, that was a really good game. I like both of those teams. I mean, I'm sure they'll meet again, and they're both playoff bound for certain.
Seems that way.
Yeah. Moving on though. Dallas and the Giants. Dallas railed them.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, I don't even think we did
44 to 20.
There was a fight. Yeah, that was really the only thing we need to talk. There was a big fight, and Kadarius Toney whiffed, and it was awesome. I laughed maniacally, way too hard.
It was something to see. It was
really over nothing. So if you haven't seen the play, I advise you go watch it. But Kadarius Toney does what he always does and just basically fucking dances all over the field for very excessively. Like he did all of this for like a gain of like maybe 1.5 yards, but like added on to the catch. So it was like an 11-yard game, but he caught it 10 yards away from the line of scrimmage and maybe moved 40 yards. Anyways, long story short, He gets wrapped up and he refuses to go down. And this Cowboys safety just slings him to the ground. A little aggressively, mind you. A little aggressively. And so the Giants teammates already are like running over and like shoving this guy a little bit, sticking up for their teammate. And Kadarius Toney, you'll watch him, stands up, pulls his glove up, looks the other way, and then looks back at the guy and just swings like straight right and just fucking whiffs. Like glances right off the side of this guy's helmet, like barely, like his thumb like slides across the guy's side, like the side of this guy's helmet. Sorry, I'm stuttering right now. But it was just like the funniest thing I think I saw all day. Just why do people punch guys with helmets on? It just doesn't seem beneficial. You're just gonna break your hand.
Vibes.
You're just gonna break your hand. There's no reason for that.
It was something.
What happened to the time wide receivers could fight? Like, remember when Andre Johnson used to beat the shit out of like Cortland Finnegan?
I was about to say Cortland Finnegan used to scrap with all
the last few
wide
fights
receivers.
I've seen, DBs have been giving motherfuckers hell, except for AJ Green. AJ Green choked the shit out of Jalen Ramsey.
I mean, that's to be expected. I feel like he's at that time. Jalen Ramsey was still young in the league, and AJ Green's a grown ass man.
That shit was
pretty
funny.
big. But I wanted to ask if you thought Kellen Mond would be a good head coaching candidate.
Who?
Kellen Mond.
You mean Kellen Moore?
Oh yeah, Moore. Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to be like, what?
Yeah, straight out of college. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, we got to give him a chance to play football for. Yeah, no, Kellen Moore. I don't know. It's hard to say because that offense is so like loaded. Like
that is
he's a hell of a play caller, but like it's hard to match up with them just with the amount of talent.
I'm willing to give him a chance over a lot of guys that I've.
I would have gave him a chance over Urban Meyer.
Over Joe Judge too. A bunch of guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe there's something there with Kellen Moore. Not Mond. Kellen Mond's in the league still. We gotta give him a chance.
Give him a chance. Who's even on now?
Fuck if I know. Who cares?
Good point.
Yeah, the Giants are in shambles, man. Like, I think they might be one of the worst franchises in the league, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, they're bad.
They lost that mouth breather, Eli Manning. They didn't know what to do with themselves.
They drafted Daniel Jones because Eli liked him.
I like you. I don't know why. It's like, just looks at him. It's literally him. So quite literally identical twins. It's scary. I don't think Daniel Jones is just dumb, though. He did go to Duke. It's like Daniel Jones is just a smart Eli Manning. Maybe that was their whole thought process.
His mouth is closed when he talks. Or when
it has to be. Talking. Why else would they overdraft? Like, dude, they had 2 picks that draft in the first round.
We watched that draft. I remember that. He
would have been there. Their second pick. And they overdrafted. They think he's a smart Eli Manning. That's all it was. I get it. It's okay, Giants. Maybe next time.
Probably not, though.
No, definitely not. But,
Are there any more pro games to talk about?
Yeah, we got Chicago versus Vegas.
I mean, that was just Vegas choked. They looked bad. Justin Fields and the Bears.
Is he the truth?
He hasn't looked great, but they've been winning. So maybe. But I don't know. He seems like
he's definitely got to give him some time before we could answer that question.
Yeah, like he's only started 3 games.
When I mean, I know this is a bad time to ask the question because they're coming off a win, but like, when are they going to get rid of Nagy, man? Like, how long will this charade keep up? They know they're not going to go anywhere with him. He's shown his colors as an imposter. Like, he needs to get Scott's, man. Like,
yeah, man, I don't know.
The Bears should throw all the money they have in Joe Brady's face. And Joe Brady and Justin Fields would terrorize the NFC. It would be fun. That's my advice to the Bears. Give Joe Brady all the monies.
That's my advice, like every football team. especially LSU.
So is Gruden in the hot seat?
They're 3-2, man. They've just lost 2 straight games.
I
He's
mean,
fine.
with the news that came out about him too, man.
What news? I haven't seen this.
What? He said some scandalous shit, some racist shit.
What did he say?
Oh my. Let me try to pull this up real quick. And all it take was a quick Google search of his name. Randy Moss. That's first headline I see. Randy Moss responds to John Gruden email. Tearful Randy Moss.
You made Randy cry. No.
All right. Let's see.
I'm just looking up John Gruden racist.
I am not a racist, Gruden said. I can't tell you how sick I am. I apologize again to D. Smith, the person he made the comment about, but I feel good about who I am and what I've done my entire life. That is arrogant. Did you feel good when you heard the Notre Dame fight song play when you lost your virginity, John? He said, this is still on quote. I had no racial intention with those remarks at all. I'm not like that at all. I apologize. I don't want to keep addressing it. Jesus Christ.
Dude, do you want to know what his comments said?
Something about somebody's lips being as big as a Michelin tire, I believe it was.
Yes, it was about NFLPA President DeMaurice Smith. Now, this is not our words. These are John Gruden's. We're not going to say them about that, but that's basically the gist of it is that he was
Yeah. That's what he said. That's not what I said. I don't know who the fuck that. Yeah, no.
And that has got him in some deep shit.
Yeah, and I don't think he really went about addressing it very well. He said, I'm not going to answer all these questions today, quote. And then he said, quote, I think I've addressed it already. I can't remember a lot of the things that transpired 10 or 12 years ago, but I stand here in front of everybody apologizing. I know I don't have an ounce of racism in me. I'm a guy that takes pride in leading people together, and I'll continue to do that for the rest of my life. So with you knowing this, is John Gruden in the hot seat?
No.
Because he's had some questionable moves within the organization since he's been there as it is.
Yeah, they're 3-2. They're not
bad
enough to fire.
All right, you answered my question. The answer is no. Okay. Well, how much time will they give Carr?
This is probably his last chance. Gonna be honest. Although he's looked good throwing the ball.
Does he get a chance somewhere else?
Yeah.
Wonder where that might be. Probably the Lions. I could definitely see Derek Carr walking out in Detroit.
I think he'd be fine there. Like if they got him I think he's a better option than fucking Jared Goff.
I could also see Derek Carr in Carolina. I know that sounds crazy because they got Sam Darnold, but like I like Derek Carr leaps and bounds.
I can see Derek Carr
Sam Darnold
at the Washington football team.
Also a good yes, that's even better than no, definitely. I could definitely that makes too much sense almost.
Derek, they finally get their quarterback. Like he's kind of like what's he like 28, 29?
Yeah, because I think Detroit probably gives Goff some more time before they give up on him. And
he's got like 9 picks already this year, I think, or 9 turnovers.
First year head coach. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they did trade for the fucker, so you look kind of dumb if you played him 1 year. I mean, they gave up.
I mean, Matt Stafford really wanted out. I think that was more.
I guess what I'm getting at is I could see Detroit maybe going after a young guy in the draft and like taking a chance on developing him under Carr or Goff. I don't know. We'll see. I definitely see that.
What is Jared Goff gonna fucking teach anybody?
I don't fucking know, man. What is anybody gonna learn in Detroit for that matter?
That Jared Goff is gonna teach it? Like no, I would rather them learn under Dan Campbell.
Kneecap biting enthusiast.
The best kneecap biter this side of the Mississippi.
All right.
You heard it here first, folks.
Talk about this last NFL game. the Cardinals versus San Francisco. It was kind of close for a little bit, and then Cardinals kind of pulled away. It was a very boring game. You would have thought it would have been a lot more explosive. Is Trey Lance ready? I don't think so.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I just
it just looks kind of like hard. Hasn't played football in fucking forever. Like,
yeah,
he played one game last year. He's played a freshman year and then one game, and then everybody was like third overall pick. Like
that's what I was
bold
about
move,
to say.
Cotton.
I don't really think it's fair to judge him right now, just given the fact that like he hasn't played football in a long time. And
it's not fair to judge him. It's fair to judge the 49ers.
Yeah, exactly. He's being thrown in with the Wolves when he's not. The kid's not ready, man. The kid's just not ready.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he didn't look terrible. I mean, he didn't do good. He didn't do good by any means.
Yeah.
He 15 for 29, 192 yards and an interception. That's not good. But at the same time, his defense played good, so it made it look better. But no, he didn't do good. Debo had a slow game. He's kind of due for one. He's been tearing it up. Hop had a good game. Arizona's still undefeated after this. It's 5-0.
Last undefeated team left, aren't they?
Indeed, they are. Are they serious contenders?
Who are their 5 wins again? So who they play today? The fuck, you just said it. Jesus Christ. The
49ers, the Rams, the Jaguars, the Vikings, and the Titans. So I see
like 2.5 good wins.
Wins, yeah.
Maybe.
I think we find out next week when they play Cleveland.
Yeah, if they do beat Cleveland, because Cleveland's kind of like a good measuring stick because they won the AFC Championship last year. Like they kind of brought back like the same team. If you can beat that team, you prove to me that you're a playoff team. So I think Cleveland's a good, like a solid playoff team, like base playoff team to judge.
And it's in Cleveland too, so
yeah, if they go up there and win that game, I'd say they are legit. But as of right now,
they still got some tough games ahead. Yeah, I guess that's a big question mark as of right now, right?
Yeah, just because, I mean, they're 5-0, but like you said, one of them was the Jags and the Vikings. Oh, they're back out warming up. It stopped raining.
Hey, at 11:11.
Love that. We're about to get like some 1 o'clock because it's about to be.
I wish for football.
Yeah, I was about to say I love some late night football. Pac-12 after dark vibes.
Yeah,
God, I miss that.
I have a feeling this game's gonna get electric on us.
Oh yeah, it's a weird game like that. But what was I talking about? Jesus Christ.
Who fucking cares, Mims? Let's move on to some college football. What do you say?
Let's do it. All right. What do you want to start off with? You want to start? You know what? Let's start off with one I want to talk about. Alabama lost. That was fucking. Let's just call it awesome. That was great. It brought a big old smile to my face on a sad night where we lost by double digits to a fucking basketball.
It's like literally the only thing that could have happened that could have made you feel better at all.
Oh, absolutely. They lost to a dead A&M team. Like A&M had just lost to Arkansas and then Mississippi State. Like, no, they were a dead. Like they had Alabama come into town. They got fired up. This quarterback that they had been shitting on for a week, Zach Calzada, just nutted up in the last 8 minutes or 5 minutes of the game and scored 10 unanswered points to win. It's everything you love about college football. Like, what do you want me to say? I didn't think it was going to happen. Like I said last episode,
nobody did.
Beat them by fucking 20.
Yeah, you said it was going to be a blowout.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a bloodbath. I was like, gotta love CBS at 8 o'clock. Like, no, it was great. It was the perfect game to put on at 8 o'clock. CBS lucked out. Congrats.
You enjoyed it.
Hell yeah. It was the only thing that kept my mental stability. I was like, thank God. I was like, God is real. Like if that happened, I was like, thank you. It was a solid
it was the best compensation you could have had.
Yeah, absolutely. If LSU is going to get blown out, at least have Alabama lose in a very undesirable way. And that was perfect. Losing to A&M, who just lost to Mississippi State and us. By the transitive property, guys, we're better than Alabama.
And as of right now, if everything stands, we will have the first playoff ever without Clemson or Alabama.
Is that true?
Yeah. I believe Clemson's been to every playoff, if I'm not mistaken.
Not everyone. They missed the first one.
Okay. But
The
Bama
very
has
first
definitely been to every playoff.
Except for the year we went. But Clemson was there. So, yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So this
Yeah,
is
you're
the
right.
first time ever. Yeah.
But I just saw earlier Bama has like a 54% chance according to the playoff predictor.
Yeah, because they think.
I think they're going to lose again.
Yeah, they're going to lose to Georgia.
I mean, I think they're going to lose before that.
No. To who? No, I didn't say no. I said, oh. To who?
Anybody. Like
anybody?
SEC,
oh, you're
I think
all
anybody.
out Alabama.
No, I think anybody in the SEC West can beat anybody this year. Like, I think that division, like, as a. Huh?
Nothing.
I mean, I don't think we will beat them for shit. We're bad. We're in the middle of about to fire our head coach. But, like, in general, like, Auburn could beat them. Arkansas probably won't, but, like, fucking, I didn't see A&M beating them, and A&M just lost or just beat Alabama, and Arkansas beat A&M. So, like, who knows? Like, I know that's not how college football works, but still. Just basically what I'm saying is that I've been right about Alabama all year. I said they weren't as good as y'all thought they were. Y'all thought after they got scared by Florida that was what they needed and they weren't going to lose again. And then they got slept in fucking College Station by a not good A&M team. Let me stress that. It's not like
kiss.
Yeah, it's not like A&M was like the number 5 team in the country like everybody thought they were going to be. A&M was unranked, 0-2 in the SEC, like very much like in absolute backs against the wall mode, and Alabama blew it.
Go Aggies.
No, I won't say that, but no. But yeah, basically
won't go that far, but
fuck you. Alabama, and thank God Aggies. That happened. Yeah. No, thank you for that.
What
other games were there? You want to talk about A&M Alabama? Anything to say?
I mean, it's just like you said. It was just shocking. I didn't see it coming. Bryce Young didn't look good. Didn't look bad, but he didn't look good.
The A&M defense looked legit.
Yeah, I mean, they did give up 38, but it is one of the better teams in the country. I mean,
they got after Bryce Young on that pass rush.
This is, I mean, to me, this just everybody's enjoying this season, but it's just kind of hard for me too because I feel like we have a clear-cut number 1 now. Like it's just like the season's over, give them the trophy. And it's Georgia.
No, because they just like keep starting their backup quarterback for no reason. Now, granted, they keep kicking the shit out of teams when they do it, but
who's going to score on them?
I don't know.
Exactly. Like they're just too damn good, dude.
I'm not trying to sound like I'm right all the time, but because I'm not. But I had a good feeling about them this year. I think I told Grant that preseason that I thought it was going to be Georgia and Oklahoma in the national title. That's what I said. Now, Oklahoma, I was very wrong on, but Georgia is by far the best team in the country. By far. I think I've said that a couple times in this podcast.
No, I mean, everybody knows it now, too.
Yeah.
It's been proven. You want to talk about Iowa Penn State?
Yes. This gets to my Petermen player of the week, which was Penn State's backup quarterback, Jaquan Roberson, who entered the game. I believe the score was 17-3. It may have been 17-10. I watched the game, but the game was.
It was an awesome game.
Oh, it was great. Lost money, but great game. Basically,
the kid went 7 for 21, Mims.
Yeah, not good.
34 yards and 2 interceptions.
Yeah, like one of the – okay, so to sum up his very first drive, guys, and so this isn't all his fault, but first drive of the game, he gets in, fumbles the fucking snap. Sick. Next play, incompletion that really should have been a pick. Then followed by 3 straight false starts. 3 straight. It's like 3rd and 29, okay? Think about that on, like, your own 5. And that was the story of the game for, like, the rest of, like, two and a half quarters. And before that, Penn State was up 17-3, and they were able to move the ball. They had an offensive pulse. After this, they got a field goal. Like, they got fucking shutout. So, Jaquan Roberson, Petermen Player of the Week for pretty much, I mean, you got thrown in a shit situation, and it's sorry for you, but you blew a 14-point lead.
You lost my man money. You are the Petermen Player of the Week.
That's really what it comes down to. You lost me money, and I'm holding a grudge because I'm a terrible person.
And don't worry, Taquan, our people will reach out to your people, and we'll get you your trophy and merchandise, your T-shirt, and all that. Don't you worry. Congratulations, and keep up the terrible work.
Is it Jaquan or Taquan? I keep looking up to see his stats. How you spell his name? I'm looking it up. I'm pretty sure it was Jaquan.
No, it's Taquan. I'm looking at it.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe the guy on the damn thing was saying it. Anyways, what was the next game? We had Ole Miss Arkansas. Was awesome. I don't know if you saw any of that. Just nonstop action.
Absolute offensive slobber knocker. We talked about it on the last episode. I think the line was set at like 66.
I said over.
Yeah. I mean, we were like, that's not enough. I mean, it finished at over 100. It was an awesome game. Not the outcome I necessarily wanted, but it was.
You said hotty toddy. I said Arkansas, you won.
Oh, that's right. I was pulling for hotty toddy.
It is Taquan. Yeah, Taquan Roberson. That makes more sense. Never mind. Sorry, that was a callback. I didn't even cut you off, but I just realized that when I was looking through my phone. I was like, okay.
But yeah, Matt Corral. I mean, he ice in his veins, man. He said it himself.
Yeah, he did.
52 to 51. He was 14 for 21, 287 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That goes without saying. Arkansas looked good themselves, and I honestly wanted them to win towards the end of the game. Like they had the nuts to go for 2, man.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, if
not many coaches make that call. Yeah, not gonna lie.
And that gained my respect. That
it was a shit play call, but I respect the fourth down decision.
The decision to go for it, I like. The play call, I don't like. The play call was awful. If you want to go back and watch it, the guy, what even happened? Like
it was like a play action, like. So they lined up. They were in gun, obviously. I don't know if they had a running back. Yeah, they did have a running back in the backfield, like an H-back on the left side of the field, like towards the bottom of your screen if you're watching on TV. And they roll to the top of your screen and throw to a flat. But there's like 2 guys on like a flat and an out that are like right on top of each other. And the ball just gets knocked down. Like it was the easiest play to defend.
Terrible. It was a good game, though.
Oh, yeah. Another great game that happened the same time slot that had me I was flipping back and forth. Texas and Oklahoma. Jesus Christ. I saw a tweet earlier today, and we kind of went in reverse order about this. But it was basically a guy finished watching Ole Miss Arkansas. He's like, that's the play or the game of the year. Guy finishes Texas Oklahoma, goes, that's the game of the year. Then later on that night, guy finishes Texas A&M Alabama. He's like, that's definitely the game of the year. Just like so many great games yesterday.
Yeah, it was a hell of a football weekend for sure.
But that game was nuts. Spencer Rattler got the old sit the fuck down.
Yeah, they benched his ass.
And Caleb Williams looked like a stud.
This was the game I was thinking about when I said that's not the result I wanted, because I picked Texas on our pod last episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spencer Rattler, definitely an honorable mention for Petermen Player of the Week.
Yeah, because you were down like 28-7, and then your backup came in and just went berserker mode.
Yeah, he just made you look stupid, man. Like, it's almost like, oh, we can maybe give him the benefit of the doubt if this guy struggles too. No,
he went off.
He went out there and balled. He went 16 for 25, 12 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Sounds like a good day to me.
Also had 84 yards on the ground. I think 2 more rushing touchdowns.
The kid was hooping.
Yeah, I was about to say he had like a 66-yard rushing touchdown. Like he did his job. Definitely balled out.
College football just been chaotic this season.
Oh yeah, the reason you watch it. Just the reason you watch it, man. What other games happened this week? Are there any other games, like big college football games I'm forgetting?
Before if there are, let me just take a second to read out the new AP top 25 going into week 6, okay? Or week 7.
Perfect. Yeah, because I haven't seen that today.
All right, so number 1 we got Georgia.
Of course.
And this is where everything gets fucking wicked, boys and girls. We don't got any Clemson. We don't got any Alabama. Number 2, Iowa. Yes. I love those white boys. I love it.
Go Honkies.
Go Honkies. The Iowa Honkies. Number 3, we got Cincinnati. Respectfully. They measled their way into a fucking playoff spot.
I wouldn't say weaseled in. They've been pretty fucking good, like consistently the last 2 seasons. I think they're a top 6 team in the country.
Yeah, definitely not third, but definitely top 6.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 4, we got Oklahoma, and
by the skin of their teeth.
By the skin of their teeth, man. Like they arguably shouldn't even be here, but like they are undefeated. Like, what are you gonna say? But there's nobody else to really put there. And I mean, they could lose, like they still got some hard games ahead, I'm sure. Number 5, Alabama dropped out of the top 4. That's fine though. It's better than
bullshit.
4.
It's bullshit. How are you a number 1 team in the country? You go like, I don't care if you're on the road or not, how you lose. I don't care. You lose to an unranked team and you drop 4 spots. 4 spots. Are you kidding me? That is Bama bias at its best, and it's bullshit. Are you kidding me? It's 4 spots? If that was Georgia and they lost to unranked A&M, they'd be number 9, and you could bet your ass. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but they did put A&M back in the top 25, so it's like.
I don't care. They were 0-2 in the SEC. That was their first SEC win.
All right. Let's continue on. Number 6.
That is madness. Sorry, continue.
Number 6, we got Ohio State. Number 7, we got Penn State. Number 8, we got Michigan.
That's wild.
Yeah, I feel like they should be at 6, right?
I mean, who have they beaten?
I don't know, but they're 6-0,
So, like,
and they're Michigan.
This is how we end up with Notre Dame in the playoffs, and they get their asses blown out by fucking Georgia.
I mean, they're gonna have to play Ohio State. We'll slow your roll there.
Of course, but like, why? Just no.
That'll be a good one. Number 9, we got Oregon. Number 10, we have Michigan State, undefeated as well, who will also play Michigan at some point, I believe. Number 11, we have Kentucky. I feel like that's a low ball. I feel like they should be up in the top 10.
They should be like 9. Like they should be ahead of Michigan State
and Oregon.
They beat Florida. I say Oregon's lost to. Yeah, exactly. They're undefeated and they have 2, like, or at least 1 good win.
I can respect putting Penn State in front of Kentucky, but 8, 9, and 10, Michigan, Oregon, Michigan State. I don't know, Chief.
They should be in between Michigan and Oregon.
I agree.
Respectfully.
Number 12, we got Oklahoma State, another undefeated team.
They're still undefeated?
Yep. They got to play somebody tough next week, too. I can't remember who off the top of my head.
I mean, I know they got to play Oklahoma at the end of the year in Bedlam.
I can't remember who they play this upcoming week, but I know it's a good game.
Probably Iowa State or something.
Number 13, we got Ole Miss. 14, Notre Dame. 15, them boys down in Coastal Carolina.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's madness. And right behind them, another crazy one, Wake Forest at 6-0 by the skin of their teeth. Yep, they were in a slobber knocker against Syracuse. They stay in the top 25, 16, 6-0. 17, we got Arkansas. I'm glad that they respectfully stay in because they did play a hell of a game.
I don't think they moved a spot. No, them and Ole Miss basically switched spots.
Yeah, they did. They literally did. All right, and 18 we got Arizona State, who doesn't look bad at all. They're an exciting, fun team to watch. 19 we got BYU.
Choked.
20 we have Florida. 21 A&M. 22 we have North Carolina State, respectfully. 23 we have SMU, undefeated, respectfully. 24 we got San Diego State, another undefeated team, respectfully. And 25 we have Texas.
I think it's fair they have Texas in the top 25.
And then the other receiving votes, Auburn is next in line.
Why?
Don't know. And then they got Clemson and Baylor like right beside each other, basically.
Clemson should not be receiving any votes. They have shown no they're because they hung with Georgia. That's like the only credit they have to their season right now.
So Auburn had 106, Clemson had 63, Baylor 62, UTSA had 22, Mississippi State had 7, Kansas State had 3, Air Force had 2, App State had 2, and Pittsburgh had 1. Very random.
Do you think we beat Florida next week?
No, I don't.
Me neither, but part of me kind of thinks we do just because that game's always weird.
I mean, I just feel like y'all are more beat up than them. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all want your coach out. Like, I feel like it's awkward over there at Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like,
oh, that's fair.
Yeah, like there's just like everybody.
Why I asked you?
Yeah, I mean that's just the only reason. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is a game that Florida needs, like for their mental sanity. And
Yeah,
Dan
Coach
Mullen,
like his job.
Yeah, but I don't think he gets it done. No, I don't.
Me neither.
Yeah, I think it'll be a decent game though.
Okay, here's a better question. Florida, I think, opened up and it was 11-point favorites. Do you think they cover?
No.
You don't think they cover? So you think it's a good game?
Yeah, I think it's a good game. 11's a weird number. I think 10 at max.
I say it might have been 10.5, but it was somewhere like around those lines.
I mean,
and it's in Death Valley. So they're basically saying they're touchdown favorites and giving us, or 2 touchdown favorites and giving us the home field.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. If it's in Death Valley, it depends on what time.
Noon game.
Yeah,
noon game.
I don't know. They're gonna win.
Ugly. Yeah, they're definitely gonna win because it's a noon game. We suck at noon games because it's 11 in the fucking morning in Louisiana.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, the stadium's gonna be dead. No one's gonna be drunk. It's gonna suck. Any other games from this weekend that really jump off the page to
you? Georgia railed Auburn. Not much to say about that.
As expected.
Florida State upset North Carolina. Nobody fucking cares. I think we basically touched on everything. Michigan won by the skin of their teeth.
Clyde's on the ground.
No, that's not good.
They just cut to commercial. This is not great.
Pray
for Clyde, everybody.
We've seen this before. I've seen this show before.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this show. It's a bad show. Still got to do EP of the week. Have you been consuming any good television recently?
Television. I watched Squid Game. I finished Squid Game in one night. It's just one of those shows where it kind of leaves you on a cliffhanger and you're like, well, fuck, now I have to watch the next episode. And it's not that many episodes either. It's like, I think 6 or 7.
How long are the episodes? An hour?
I think like 40, 45, maybe an hour.
Not bad.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth watching because it's a good story and it holds up. Some of the shit's a little. I'm kind of pretentious about like my. What's the word? Like.
What you like to watch?
Well, no, not what I like to watch, but like how shit is written, I guess. Like if something's too unbelievable, I'm like, all right, well, that's kind of fucking stupid. So like there are times in the show where I'm like, well, that's just fucking dumb. Like, why didn't he just do this? Or you know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, but it's a good storyline, and it's a good story, and it does like keep you on the edge of your seat. So I
Keep you
mean,
invested. It's a compelling show. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard good things.
yeah, you should definitely give it a spin. It's definitely worth the watch, and like I said, it's not that long. So, and
Yeah,
plus, everybody's talking about it. So I mean, I don't like scrolling down any of my TLs and just not knowing what the fuck they're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
that is fair. That is very fair. I need to get on that.
But yeah, other than that, I don't think I've been watching much anything. It's just been all sports for me. Baseball, football, and basketball is literally about to start up again. It's a good time of year.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for basketball season.
Yeah, I can't wait. We'll definitely be talking about some more basketball stuff in the upcoming weeks for sure. Try to implement some hoop talk.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, when is the first game? Like the opening tip-off night.
I want to say it's in October sometime, right? No, it's like the first week of November, if I'm not mistaken.
No, October 19th.
That's madness, bro.
Yeah, we might have to get a preview. We'll have a preview ready or something for next week.
We'll get a basketball special episode up and running here soon for the
I was about to say, I thought we had 2 weeks. Oh, they're carrying Clyde off the field. This is not good.
Pray for Clyde.
We all love us some Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, no, not good. Not good, guys. Just a shit week for LSU all around. Except for Jamar Chase, but they lost. Anyways. The EP of the week. You wanna give your 2 songs first?
Yeah. So just a little refresher. EP of the week. Mims and I come with 2 songs that neither one of us. I mean, he doesn't know what I got written down. I don't know what he has written down. I'm sure it's some bullshit. Then we just give y'all 2 songs and we call it an EP. And you listen to the songs because
you enjoy the hell out of it.
Yeah, and you consume good music and you have a better day. Everybody wins.
The Bills are giving the Chiefs hell right now. It's 31-13. Mahomes just threw a pick 6.
That's not good. Mahomes is on a couple of my teams, and I got some other Chiefs players. But beyond the point, let's get into this exclusive EP of the week. The first song I had written down was President Carter off of the Carter 4 by Lil Wayne. I haven't been consuming new music at all lately. I haven't had any desire to listen to anything new. I've been I just think music's kind of in a weird spot right now. I don't know what it is. Ever since that Donda CLB beef or whatever that was, I just feel like that's all anybody ever talks about, and it's been kind of dead ever since then. I mean, I've been diving into the classics. I've been listening to a lot of old Lil Wayne, some Hove. I was bumping some Nas the other night. But yeah, I've just been I was listening to the Carter 4 just last night, maybe 2 nights ago now. And President Carter, man, that shit slides. I think everybody just needs to go back and give that tape another listen. Cause like that might be my favorite Carter.
You're wild. That's a good song.
That might be my favorite Carter. 3 is good. The first Carter's a classic as well. Carter 5 is also good.
Carter 2 to me is the best one.
They're all so good. It's almost like, I don't know. It's like, what's your favorite fast food restaurant?
Changes every day.
Yeah, there's a lot of right answers.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's my first song. And I guess we could do this like a draft style. So you go ahead and give one of your songs out.
All right. So my first song was I mean, it's not really new anymore, but it is somewhat new compared to Grand Song. Range Brothers, Baby Keem, and Kendrick Lamar. I'm sure you've heard of it, the top of the morning shit, but that shit bumps. I don't care
Great
what
song.
you say. I'm sure it's probably annoyed some people by now about how often they've heard that top of the morning thing on TikTok or whatever, but it's a good song. I think Baby Keem is one of the next rappers up. That whole album really is just a great listen. So if that's the first song to really get you into Baby Keem, I would recommend you go give that a spin and definitely check out the Melodic Blue out. Probably one of the newer albums I've really liked a lot. I think I liked it more than I think I like that album more than I like Kanye or Drake's album that came out, to be honest.
That's a fair statement. I almost feel like social media kind of made people choose sides between that, and then it's like, that's your album. Like, I don't know, like you just have to identify with one of those albums. I really didn't identify with either one of them personally.
That's why I just was out on both of them and said they both sucked.
Yeah, so everybody was talking about it. Yeah, that like I hate sounding like that guy, but it's like when shit gets talked about that much,
when you hype it like that, you drop those like they weren't bad, but when you drop those projects after giving us this 8-month rollout, you can't like I can be disappointed.
Like,
okay,
it really puts me off to projects and like music when like I see so many smooth brained people discussing it, and I'm like, okay, like why do I respect your music taste? I don't. And you're talking about CLB, the greatest album of the year. Like, sit down, kid. Like, come on.
Like the off season dropped this year. Calm down.
Oh God, I love that fucking album.
The Melodic Blues up there with that for me. That shit slides. I'll let you go with yours now. If you want
all right. To round out my selections, I got Nights off of the Blonde Tape by Frank Ocean. Such a good song. I cannot stress it enough. If you haven't listened to Blonde by Frank Ocean, one, have you been living under a rock? And two, go do it right now. Just go. Here's what I recommend. Put yourself in a peaceful state of mind. Get in your like Zen zone. You know what I'm saying? Like my Zen zone is my room. I just come in my room, turn my lights off, light a nice candle up, and I just I put my headphones on and go to my Zen zone. You know what I'm saying?
The candle is essential.
But find
Very
your Zen zone.
accessory, but you need a candle.
Yes. Find your Zen zone and listen to the whole tape. No skips. Just listen to the transitions of the album. But Nights in particular, great song. I think I was listening to like I have a couple playlists. I'm kind of weird about how I like categorize my music. I basically have a playlist of like important music that I think is like important, like at least to me. And I guess I had it on shuffle, but God, man, I was vibing to some Frank Ocean the other day, bro. Like, I highly encourage everyone to go give that shit a spin for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Frank Ocean guy though. That's the weird thing.
I don't know if you've heard the song, but Nights by Frank Ocean, excellent music. God tier musician. He's something else. For a while there, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really get the Frank hype, but I guess it's like my music palette kind of matured and developed as I got older. I've been kind of going back and listening to people I didn't really relate to, I guess you could say, as much when I was like younger in high school and stuff. But no, Frank Ocean is something else, man. Like, he's yeah, that Blonde.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of people that like him, love him, but I've never been.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He has like a really culty fan base, and I don't like him like that. Like, I'm not.
See, that's it's funny because I'm a J. Cole fan, but culty like followings turn me off from artists.
I definitely get that. That's kind of like what I was saying with CLB and Donda. Like, it's just like, y'all disgust me.
Yeah,
like Travis Scott, like those kind of fan, like Playboy Cardi. Like, yeah, I definitely get that. But I'll let you go ahead and make your last selection.
I'm really between like two songs, but yeah, to round it out, I'm gonna go with Wesley's Theory by Kendrick Lamar.
That's my favorite Kendrick song of all time.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
I love it. I don't know if it's my favorite of all time, but
No, that's my
definitely
favorite.
something that when it comes on, I always keep it turned. I mean, really, when anything with Kendrick comes on, I keep that shit on. Don't worry. But definitely a good listen. Something to listen to on your way to class or on your way to work or whatever you're up to.
Yeah, no, we definitely just gave out
Also,
straight heaters.
that album as a whole, really.
Oh, absolutely. No, that we just left the people with some fantastic music.
Clearly, I think it was President Carter, Range Brothers, Knights, and then Wesley's Theory.
Yep, sounds about right to me. But no, seriously, go listen to Frank Ocean's Nights. Like, that song is something else for real.
I got to give that a listen on the big speaker. The big boom. Darrell Williams is a really nice. That mouthpiece is awesome. He's like got a grill on his mouthpiece.
I'd say that's a pretty solid. I mean, first EP, exclusive EP. You know, we didn't coordinate that at all. Kind of had like I'd say that's a fair like EP. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, I think the songs go together.
Yeah,
well.
a little this, a little that.
I was between. I had like 3 songs written down because I was really between 2 for the last one. I knew Range Brothers was going to be on there, but my other option was kind of doesn't go with a little bit. T.O.P. by G Herbo and 21 Savage, another great song.
Yeah, like J Herbo, Justin Herbert.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's where the name came from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think G Herbo is inspired by his quarterback play. He was like, I want to be that, but rapper. So I'm.
Oh yeah, I'm
G
sure.
Herbo.
Like 5 years ago. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. He cut his high school game, flew out to Oregon or wherever he's from.
Yeah, he flew out from Chicago to San Diego, where fucking Justin Herbert's from, or LA, or wherever he's from.
Wherever the fuck he's from. Yeah, I heard that's a true story. They're real tight now.
I'm sure. They hang out in the traps of Chicago nonstop. I'm positive.
Oh yeah, J Herbo in the cut, man. He
for sure.
I've seen pictures of him on O Block, bro. Come on.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this week's episode 4.
Yeah, don't forget to follow us on our socials at the Exclusive Pod YT on Twitter and Exclusive Pod YT on Instagram as well. Because y'all aren't doing that if you're listening. We need you to follow us and interact.
Yeah,
and live tweeting.
Yeah.
We're gonna get more interactive, probably start releasing more polls. We just need a little bit more people following. If we can get a little more interaction, it really helps out.
Yeah, and ideally, I don't even know if anybody listens to this, but ideally, we would like to get some questions in from people. If we get enough people to listen, you know what I'm saying, and that could be some good discussion points on the show. And
if you can get our Twitter to 100 followers, we will start taking question submissions. At least 2. At
least we'll be happy to take more if y'all got good questions. But if you're asking dumb shit, we're not going to take the time.
Yeah, no.
But at the same time, right now, I know that there's not enough of you listening. But granted,
if you like and share and tell a friend,
and we're not going, and we're not, and we're not going anywhere. It's not like we're just gonna stop making podcasts. It's just not gonna happen.
No matter how much you want us to, we won't do it.
It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. But yeah, make sure to follow us on our socials, like Mims said. Share if you can. We'd really appreciate it. Like, seriously. I know we probably haven't thanked anybody, but like those of you that have followed and like retweeted, whatever, like we
know who you are. We
really appreciate that shit for real. Cause like, we're trying to get a little bit off the ground here. You know what I'm saying? But
and every little bit helps.
Everything helps. But yeah, so yeah, follow us, like, and if you didn't like it, just act like it never fucking happened, man. You don't gotta talk about it to people like, hey, that podcast fucking sucks. Nah.
No negative, no slander.
Come on, why would you do such a thing? No, we're good people.
Yeah.
If our
We
podcast
think at
sucks,
least.
yeah, come on now.
We're not bad people. Might not be
Yeah.
great. We're definitely not bad.
Yeah. Take it easy over there with your slander. I feel the judgment through the phone.
Yeah.
It's terrible. All right. Well, all right. Goodbye, everybody. We will see you on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday for another episode. And be on the lookout for any new content we might put out in between then. And yeah, y'all take it easy. Say goodbye, Mims.
Later.
All right. See y'all.